Hello everybody and welcome to Erndale's. My name is Dale and this is my YouTube channel Erndale's, where I share everything that I do and that I love to do. And I got watery eyes because I just got done having a really crazy sneezing attack. This bad time for me is spring. My allergies just go crazy and I've been outside a lot working in the yard and my allergies have just gone way over the top. Anyway, welcome. So nice to see you. It's been a bit of a time since the last time I did a video. And welcome to all the new subscribers. Thank you very much for joining me and I hope you'll stick around. And another welcome for all my returning subscribers. Thank you for sticking with me. I encourage you to like and share and subscribe if you want to follow my videos. I have not got much of crafting, as in knitting or stitching, done in the last month. I have to be honest with you, I've done very little of that. I have been spending most of my time outside working in my gardens, which I love to do. Last year I was ill, so I was not able to work out there at all, really. And so things got really behind. The weeds got crazy, they took over, which you will see in a minute. I took a few clips of things as I was working on them and just talked to you a little bit here and there. But yeah, the weeds have taken over. And so I have been struggling and getting things cleaned up, and I'm starting to feel like I'm getting on top of things now. I was a little bit stressed at the beginning of the season because there was so much, but you know, if you go out every day and you do a little bit, and pretty soon you get caught up with something. So it's coming along. I still have a few beds to work on, but the big ones are done. So I'm in my dining room today and I thought I would talk to you from here. It's been really hot here and my studio is air conditioned, but it doesn't seem to reach up there as well as it does down here. So I think I might be recording on the main floor or maybe even in the family room in the basement. I don't know, for a while. But today I am going to play you a song on my old piano. This old piano is very, what would I say? It's a little bit sick right now. The last time my piano tuner came a few months ago, he told me that he needs to do some work on the pins themselves. And I know that that's been coming for a while. This piano, I'm going to sneeze again, that one before it got crazy. The piano is old. It's from 1929. And the wood, as a piano gets old, the wood shrinks or whatever it does. And the little pins that hold the strings, the wood around them has done this. And so he's going to go on every pin and what they call dope it. They put like an adhesive around each pin so that, you know, like when he tuned my piano, I'm sure he wasn't down at the end of the road and already they were going bing, 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 bing. I was losing tunes. So it is a little rinky-tinky sounding, but it lends itself very well to the song that I'm going to play you, which is Mr. Wonderful. Now, Mr. Wonderful was written as a foxtrot, but, you know, musicians always do their own thing with music. Just because a piece was written a certain way, you don't necessarily have to play it that way. And I have chosen to change how I'm not playing it as a foxtrot, which is quite snappy. I'm playing it more as a ballad because I have read the poetry, and to me, the sentiment in the words of this song are more of a ballad. It's a sentimental piece. It's a woman talking about the man she loves, and he's Mr. Wonderful. So, you know, I don't want to play it like a snappy song. I'll play it like a ballad. So here's Mr. Wonderful, and I hope you enjoy this. Bear in mind, my piano does need some work, so it's a little sounding, but I think it'll be okay. I'll come back after I played this. Well, it wasn't too bad. It's not great, but it's not too bad. It is what it is, right? So I'm going to leave you with some footage from the garden. I have some befores and afters. I'll put the befores first and the afters, and you can compare as you want. Hopefully next video, I will have a little bit of some of my hard work coming to bloom. Not much is blooming yet, but some of the stuff is getting really close. And in particular, the perennial bed is beautiful once it gets going. It's just glorious color. And already the bees are kind of, there was one big bumblebee following me around for the last day or so. So they're waiting for the flowers to come out. So thank you for joining me. I look forward to doing another video very soon for you. Hopefully it won't be as long as this. The other reason that I haven't really been doing videos is because they have torn up the street in front of my house. In the last 2.5 weeks, it has been extremely noisy with construction crews and all these different beeping machines, you know. And I think they're about to pave now. So hopefully that will come to an end and we will actually have some peace and quiet again once this road is completed. It's been very noisy, but quite entertaining. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you again very soon, I hope. Bye-bye for now. I have a constant battle in my yard with this stuff. This is quack grass. It might be called something different in other parts of the world, but we call it quack. It has these long roots, and it'll start in one part of your garden and it'll just show up everywhere. That's what this is. See, and if I pull here, the root will be on that one over there. So I managed to clean this out here. This is where my sweet peas are going, in my little homemade sweet pea fence, which is just made out of some poles and some plastic netting. And now I'm going to plant my sweet peas. You see something missing here? If you've watched some of my other videos, you'll notice that there used to be an arch here. There will be again, but I took it down because it's being moved to a different place, and I have started cleaning up this bed. This is my vegetable bed, and the vegetable bed went to here. It was that big, and the arch was here. There was a walkway through here. I lifted up the walkway. There's weed mat down, and there was some chippings that I had made. Weed mat is full of quack, of course. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to clean this all up, and I'm going to plant my garden to here. So it'll be a little bit larger, and the new arch is going up here, but there isn't going to be like a walkway through it as much as the other one. I'm going to plant in it. So all my squash is going to be planted on this new arch. And as you can see, quack survives in this yard. This is all quack, and it's gone right through the weed mat. This is weed mat that it's on. It's horrid stuff. And it's everywhere. I really wanted to take the tiller in here because that's the best way to deal with all this quack. But yesterday I started to dig just with my fork, my garden fork, and I was digging up toads. And this area here and that area over there is heavily a toad area. And I do not want to disturb my toads. I love them. They are such beneficial little creatures to have in your garden. They can eat up to 10,000 bugs a year in just one toad. So having lots of toads is to my benefit and to my garden's benefit. So I don't want to disturb them. So instead of tilling, I am going to just fork this over, get rid of all this stuff, and I'm going to just plant it. I put the chippings that were on this mat here, I put them in the garden. They're composted down enough now that the worms will love them, and that's good for the garden too. But I'll show you what I mean about toads. Under this log, there's a whole family of them sleeping. I disturbed them yesterday. I'll see if they're still there. Hold on one second. Oh, just one's there. There's just one little fellow left. They were all sleeping here, but see, they've made holes, and they're in the garden. There's one guy down in that hole. It's okay, little guy. These are little ones. Go in your hole. I'll put your rock back. Or your... Actually, I think I'm going to leave this off. There you are. It's a little weeny guy. Time to wake up, fellas. But yesterday they were all laying on their back here. But now they're buried into the ground, and you see what I mean? There's toad holes all over the place here. So if I were to start tilling in here, there would be little toads flying all over the place. And that's not what I want. See, there's holes. They've dug holes all over. So I need to be very careful when there's, look at over here. They've made a whole colony here. I have to be very, very careful. I don't want to lose a one. This is where I have been spending my time the last few weeks. My perennial bed, it's a flower bed. It was completely overrun with weeds. So there used to be a path going through the middle. I had weed cloth and some bark that I had chipped in my little chipper. I removed that and I have started to clean up. You can see there's still a little bit of a path here, but I've been cleaning, planting, rearranging, and it's starting to look not bad. I have a ways to go yet. This is what I've been doing. And over here, this is what I've been doing. I planted this vegetable garden. It's all planted. And hopefully will be showing me some signs of life soon. This is where all the quack was that I showed you in that little clip before. So, and this is my new arch. I still have a lot of work to do. Right now I am going to be planting in here. I'm going to clean this little area up again, and I'm going to plant ornamental broom corn and millet, purple majesty millet in here. And then I still have all of this to clean up. This is my fruit bed. As you can see, there's a lot of grass in here, but the fruit trees are starting to do good. So this is part of what I've been doing. I'll show you the other end. Remember my little secret garden? Well, I haven't had a chance to do much here. I've done a little. I planted a climbing rose. I actually took that from, oh, that's the one I brought from my son's place in Winnipeg. Actually, used to be our place, but I took a clipping of that last year and I've got a little bit growing. And here's the old arch. It's planted with morning glories. Some are coming up. I have to add some more. And then over here are the new garden boxes. I have tomatoes in here. And then I have lettuce, kale, peppers, and radishes in here. Things are starting to come through. And then here's the other little garden that I created. I have planted some things. And as you can see, the quack grass is already starting to tick me off. I have things planted here. So, and a couple more tomato plants here. We did have a little bit of rain overnight. So this will be covered with morning glories, hopefully. And you'll walk into my secret garden. And I have to make beds along here and beds along here. There's just going to be a path of grass through here when I get done with it. But this is a project that's going to take me all summer, so I'm not worried about it. I'm going to work on it a little bit at a time. And this is all I have left of all those bedding plants that I started upstairs in my studio. That's all that I have left to plant. Everything else has been planted out. Oh yeah, and I have these little bit here. I have this little bit here to plant. This is the millet. I'm going to plant it now. So things are looking pretty good. We had a little bit of rain last night. Very foggy this morning, but it's cool. That's why I'm out here. So I'm going to get busy and do some work before the sun comes out. Just listen to that bird song. I am going to put a very small narrow path through here. I am not going to use the weed cloth. That was a failure. But I am going to do some more of my chips, my wood chips, and do that. Look over there. I'll show you. These tulips are still hanging on. But I'll show you over here. Some more of those little tulips. Yeah, it's quite wet. I have some plants sitting in water here. Look at the little puppies. Aren't they a lovely sight? So early in the season. There's one over there too. Okay, I'm now going to go and plant my broom corn and my Purple Majesty millet. Talk to you later.